Yitzhak Binnenhof. The Netherlands' longest-serving leader resigned from his fourth term in office because of disagreements over immigration between coalition partners.
Today, unfortunately, we have to conclude that those differences are irreconcilable. That is why I will immediately offer the resignation of the entire cabinet to the king in writing. We'll of course also send a copy of that request for dismissal to the House of Representatives.
Since January 2022, Mark Rutte has led a coalition government comprising 4 parties from the right and centre. For months, the government had been trying to find an agreement on reducing the flow of migrants entering the country. This week, the Prime Minister tried to push through a plan to restrict family reunification for refugees in the Netherlands. The plan included a cap on the number of relatives of war refugees allowed into the country, but 2 of the 4-party coalition were not prepared to further tighten the policy for asylum seekers. Mark Rutte's resignation opens a period of uncertainty for the Dutch.
It happened suddenly the news came that the government is going to fall, and now it happened. I am worried what the future will bring regarding politics.
Immigration, also finances. We are not one of the most thirsty countries, and I hope that the next cabinet will come with more will to get things done.
A new round of elections will take place in mid-November. In the meantime, Rutte's coalition will stay on as caretaker government. But the outgoing Prime Minister has not yet decided whether he will run for office a 5th time.
So, that's what I wanted y'all to see. We're going to face the East. First and foremost, I like to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rahakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle GMS who ruled well. Salute you brothers pushing this word. And truth and sincerity, strength, YAHAWASHI. And shalom to you brothers and sisters growing in trust and spirit in YAHAWASHI. Shalom to you too, right? We are here to prophesy the downfall of the wicked, destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Rome, all those ancient empires balled up into one, controlled by Esau, Edom, so-called white men. And we are the guys who elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of Israelites and Native Americans. Those are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, the Israelites and the Native Americans. Only the elect is going to come back and repent and serve Yahweh Shai and truth and sincerity, right? And what I showed y'all was the collapse of the Netherlands government concerning immigration. And what I want to do is get Second Ezra, to start from the top, Second Ezra chapter 6. And I wanted to show y'all that because Esau Edom world is falling apart, man. And another thing too, the reason why we in this pocket right here, right now, because outside of this pocket is raining out there. Generally, we be out there on the front street, but to keep from getting rained on, we in this pocket, okay? But we still on the streets, but people can see us, but we not on that corner down there like we generally do. But start from the top, bro. Go ahead.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the wind blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundation of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, and are ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. by me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
All right, so that clip that I showed you was there, okay? Let me see, let's say. The clip that I showed you was there. So you can go look at it, you know what I'm saying, if you want to. But that's concerning the collapse. Now, it says Esau is the end of the world. Esau, Edom is scattered everywhere. You know, he's just not in America. He's scattered everywhere. So the age of Esau, going into that word world, the age of Esau is the end of the world. So Esau, Edom, age of him ruling is the end of the world. It's the end of Esau's rulership. Okay, and by me showing you that concerning Esau, Edom rulership over there in the Netherlands, the government is collapsing over immigration. And when you bring immigrants into your country, that brings down the economy, because you're not set up to fund all those extra people that come into your country. It's a failing, Esau Edom empire is failing, man. It's a failing empire, and that's what's taking place on a worldwide scale. This empire is failing. So I thought I would, inform you all concerning the Dutch over there. Now, in the Netherlands. Now, another thing you got going on concerning the BRICS. Now, let's see here. Let's see. Concerning the BRICS, let's see if I crop this out. Y'all bear with me, because I don't want to have my... Oh, okay. Okay, this is Friday, right? Concerning the BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and South Africa is known as the BRICS. Now, a day ago, right, which today is Sunday, so this happened Saturday, okay? This happened Saturday. Now, this article, no, this happened Friday. Salaki, this happened Friday. Okay, today's Sunday. This happened Friday. I'm gonna read the article. It says Friday, according to the state-run RT, Russia, the Russian government has confirmed that Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, also known as the BRICS nations, will introduce a new trading currency backed by gold. Now, that's what's out there. Time will tell, and we shall see. But, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I want to say 2 weeks ago, we did a lesson concerning the currency. And we were showing you how the United States government official was talking how Russia and China is getting a lot of gold, right? We was talking about that. And we were showing you clips concerning the government officials talking about it. Now, one of the government officials said it will be a big threat to the U.S. dollar. Okay, it'll be probably a big threat to the U.S. dollar if Russia if the BRICS back their currency, okay, with gold. And now you see articles coming out like this the BRICS is playing with that money. Okay, now they playing with that money, saying they're gonna back it with gold. That currency that they're gonna come up with, gonna back it with gold, and that's gonna put a threat to the U.S. Dominant dollar bill on the world stage concerning trade. It ain't gonna hit the domestic citizens yet. This is concerning the world trade. And when it comes to world trade, the things that you get imported into your country is going to become more and more expensive if your dollar is not backed by gold.
Right.
Now, my thing is this. If America is so wealthy and one of the greatest nations on the earth, okay, and they see that the BRICS are doing this, why not back the U.S. dollar with gold, okay, to combat what they're doing? You know why they can't do it? Because they ain't got it. They ain't got it like that. So they looking at how much of a threat the BRICS are concerning the dominance of the dollar. If you had gold to match that dollar, you would just do it. It's like, y'all ain't doing nothing.
Right.
It ain't nothing. The way the American people and the way, I'm talking about the American people, the way they so boastful and so proud and say they got this and they got that, even it trickle down to the regular American citizen.
Right.
You know, going to the top official of America, government officials, trickling all the way down to the American citizen. If somebody is doing something, okay, concerning finances, even the regular citizens say, shit, I ain't tripping.
Right.
You doing that shit, I'm up. What you doing ain't nothing. They will come back there and say, look, shit, I got it.
Right.
I ain't tripping about what you're doing. The government, even going down to the American citizen, they got that same vibration on. So while they panicking, going back to the video that I showed you 2 weeks ago concerning, they were saying, look, if the BRICS do that, back that currency with gold, then it's a threat to the U.S. dollar. Because they ain't got it.
That's the only thing that they don't flex.
You see?
Yeah.
Repeat that for them again, bro.
No, I was gonna say that that's the only thing that the so-called United States or the Edomites over here don't flex. Anything else, whether it's got to do with the military, they'll try to flex their muscle. Whether it's got to do with money, paper money, you know, Federal Reserves, they'll flex. You know, anything that anybody would try to put out, they'll flex. But what about this gold though?
What about this gold? You can't vote and say you got this and got that when it comes to that gold. You can't do it. That's why you would fight like a madman to keep that dollar bill circulating, because you ain't got it, like you ain't got real resources like that. Okay? Now I'm gonna show you this article. It says, let me see. It says, I'll read it again. Friday, according to what's today's date?
Today is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, July 9th.
Yeah, today is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. So this happened Friday, okay? So Friday, according to the state-run RT, Russia, the Russian government has confirmed that Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, also known as the BRIC nation, will introduce a new trading currency backed by gold. The officials announcement is expected to be made during the BRICS summit in August in South Africa. So that's next month. Okay? So I'm gonna show you this article, right? See what you got? So another one concerning Esau Edom's world, right? Let's see what we got here. Okay, now this is Janet Yellen. Okay, this is the Treasury Secretary of United States. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says to expect a gradual decline in the dollar shares of global reserves, but greenback remains dominant. So what she's saying is, she said expect a gradual decline. Why is the Secretary, the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen talking like that? But she'll say the greenback remains dominant. And then she just went over to China, you know, begging them to continue to buy Treasury bonds. Now this article right here, I'm gonna show you. This article right here was in June 13th, 2023. June 13th, 2023. So that was last month. Okay? But this is Janet Yellen, the Secretary of Treasury, talking. Right? So she just went over to YouTube with Janet Yellen going over to China, you'll see. Okay? She just went over there and she's trying to get China to buy more treasury bonds, buy more debt notes, and invest more into America's dollar bill so it can remain dominant. You see? Going into the treasury bond. You see? And whatever the dollar, just, you know, invest more in the debt note. Right. To keep American dollars dominant. And China, like, you know what I'm saying? They not tripping. They not tripping. Even though Europe and America economy is intertwined with China, China not tripping because they set up to take the blows when they go to war with America. They set it up. Now, Russia is completely separated from the dollar. They dealing with China and in the Far East. They completely separated. And the world is looking at that, man. The world is looking at that. So, read that for me again in Ezra concerning Esau at the end of the world.
Okay. This is Second Ezra chapter 6, and I'll start at verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
So next in line is us, the Negro Latino Native Americans coming to power. But I'm showing y'all concerning on the world stage how that money is being played with. You know, and that's what keeps, and that is what keeps the world, as they say in the world, that's what makes the world go round. Yeah. Money. You see? But now the dollar is being challenged. And by the dollar being challenged, what's this going to bring? War. Because they ain't got nothing else. America ain't got nothing else. So that's going to bring war. So that's part of Esau Edom kingdom being the end of the world, man. His age, it's coming apart. Right. It's coming apart. And their foundation is that money. Once you start ripping the seams from that money, you got a problem. Because these other nations is looking like, look, we not a vassal state of America. Look, we sovereign, so to speak. China and Russia. We not you just can't tell us to jump and we say how high. Right. You can tell them other countries that, but not us. Right. You see what I'm saying? So they separate and they see the weakness of America, man. They see it, man. And we always tell you, according to the scriptures, Russia is the one that's going to lead the charge in bringing America down, man. Which is Edomites, but that's still brother. Okay? And when you look at the history of the Israelites, how did we fall? We forsook our power, okay? And we were divided against our brother. That's it, man. That's it, man. You see, and Esau Edom power is his sword. But when you read the scriptures in Genesis, the 27th chapter, matter of fact, drop that and get Genesis 27 and it might be 40, let's see, lesson. There we go. 30, start at 37.
All right, this is Genesis.
What? Hold on. I said 37. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn, wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Question.
Now, this is Isaac concerning his two sons. Now, he already gave the blessing to Jacob, okay? That Esau Edom was going to become a servant unto him, okay? He already gave that blessing. Now, remember, when you read back up, Isaac is blind, okay? So now here Esau coming in, talking to his father Isaac, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Question. Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
And he was howling, man. He was weeping. Because when you start examining that in the ancient world, when you got them blessings, that's what stood. That's it. It's over with. And Esau knew him as an individual and his offspring. He knew that as a nation that was done concerning being rulers over Jacob. He knew that was done. So when you look up that word, what he say, start what?
Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
And wept. And that wasn't no regular cry. He knew that their nation was finished. Okay? When you look up the word. So go ahead, bro.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
He said, Behold, thy dwelling. Now look at that demon. See? Who ride in slow motion like that? All these other cars just go by. But this demon coming in slow motion and just look. See how fast that guy going? He wasn't going that fast.
No,
he's slow motion. You see? A straight up demon. Okay? But he observing what we doing.
right.
You see what I'm saying? But going back to what I was saying concerning Esau Edom. Now, like I said, there wasn't no regular cry what Esau Edom was doing. Now, read that for me again. Colin, read it.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Question. Bless me, even me also, my father.
Okay, now, going to the history of the blessing. Now, when you got blessed, okay, that blessing stood. That was it. You know what I'm saying? That was it. It wasn't no turning back.
Right.
So Esau Edom said, look, bless me. Bless me. Okay? So the blessing that Esau Edom got was going to stand. It wasn't no turning back. So go ahead, bro.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Go ahead.
And Isaac said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. So Esau Edom was going to have the fatness of the earth. So he was going to have control of the resources. Okay? He's going to have control of the resources. Okay? But let's see what Isaac tell him concerning how he was going to get the fatness of the earth, or what he was going to do to obtain the fatness of the earth. Okay, go ahead.
And of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
He said, by the sword shalt thou live. Now, when you understand the scriptures, it says, he that lives by the sword shall die by the sword. Okay, in the scripture. But you can live by the sword to sustain yourself, to, you know what I'm saying, to kill, to get food and things that they protect yourself and all that. Okay, you can live like that. But it's a difference. When you living by the sword to sustain yourself by rape, robbing, and murdering, that's when you start screwing up. Okay? You can live by, meaning protect yourself and get food. But when you start rape, robbing, and murdering nations to get what you need, then that's where the problem comes in. Okay? Now you got to pay for what you're doing. Okay? So go ahead.
And shall serve thy brother.
So it's saying, look, how you gonna get what you gonna get is you gonna have to live by the sword. But Esau, Edom, being a demon and wicked on the left hand side, how he gonna sustain himself? He gonna succeed with that sword, which back in the ancient world was an actual sword, bow and arrow. Then you get to the modern day, it goes into military hardware, tanks, jets, and all that. And military might. But Esau Edom sustained himself in this world by the sword and the military might, and that's how you got the fatness of the earth. And he on top. Okay? So that's probably that's how Esau Edom was gonna live. And it didn't change. It's written. You can't turn it back. That's how they live as a nation. That's how they got on top. They rape, rob, and murder using the sword to sustain themselves and to get the resources. They didn't work for them like that. Okay? They didn't, okay, I'm gonna, kill if I need to feed my family. No, they just rape, rob, and murder. I'm gonna get land, I'm gonna buy land. Okay, I'm gonna buy land and I'm gonna trade with the other nations and get myself up to where I can buy land to get the resources from that land. They didn't do it like that. Rape, rob, and murder, man. That's how they got it, man. Okay? And they created their law and they created this greenback, and that's what's circulating in the earth. And they up. Okay? And then go ahead, bro, finish it off.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
Start back up to where it says serve thy brother.
Oh, okay. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and you said,
yeah, let's go.
Continue on, bro. And the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Now, if you want to go into that history right there, it's up to you. But what I'm going to tell you is, we had Esau Edom in captivity, and he was going to eventually come up out of it. Now, to get an understanding of that history, you can go to 2 Chronicles 21:8 if you want to read it. You know what I'm saying, for y'all out there that watch. 2 Chronicles 21 and verse 8, and it goes into how Esau Edom, separated from up under us, ruling over him, to where he was no longer a servant up under us. Okay? Now, but coming back around, going back to Ezra, the 6th chapter, Esau Edom, this time, he's not going to be able to break it, because he did it that once. And that was promised. He fulfilled it. When you go to 2 Chronicles 21:8, he fulfilled that. But this time right here, when you read 2nd Ezra the 6th chapter, it say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. When he fall this time, he ain't coming back in the power. We're gonna rule forever. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? Now, Esau sustained itself in the world, and they gonna go against each other. Okay? These Russians and these American Edomites and all these other nations gonna be gathered. But like I was saying, you playing with that money. That's the foundation of Esau Edom world, is that currency. That's the foundation of American rulership. Is that currency, man? That's why they fight like hell to keep it dominant. Okay, and when Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary of the United States, the reason why she's talking like that, the greenback is still dominant, is to keep hope in the people who deal with that dollar, is to keep hope. Okay, but the hope is lost. It's over with, man. And it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? She's saying it's gonna be a slow decline, but hey, YAHAWASHI, they not including him. He can turn it up at any time. You see what I'm saying? It's all about YAHAWASHI's time. But you know, they on this earth not knowing what's going on, but YAHAWASHI can turn it up anytime, man. Anytime he want to, man. Okay? Concerning these nations fighting amongst each other to keep control of the resources, because that's what Esau is going to end up doing. They're going to fight over the resources, man. Okay? Who going to stay in power and control the resources? But America, they looking at it like, shit, we ain't going. But they pride. Right. They want to keep that dominance, and they don't want to lose the way they live. Right. So they going to fight. Even though they fat, they're out of shape, and can't get no recruit, they're going to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though they Americaners, even though they Monokaiters, right. Even though they uphold all that, right. They're going to do what they got to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That spirit of pride is in them. Good.
Spirit of pride is in them, man. So they're going to do what they got to do. But I wanted y'all to see that. And then you got, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I sent that to you, bro. To where, let me see. 41 countries want to join the BRICS.
Oh, yeah.
I sent that to you.
Yeah.
All right, now this is May 20th, 2023. You got 41 countries ready to accept BRICS currency. See? And it says, this was 8 days ago. Look at here, man. I'm just showing y'all this. See? This is what's going on, man, on the world stage. You got 41 countries ready to accept BRICS currency a month before the summit. They ready to go. They ready to go, man. They ready to go. Now, let me see. Let me see if I can. These are some of the countries, man. The countries that have shown interest to join the BRICS alliance ahead of the summit are Afghanistan, Algeria, Argentina, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Belarus, Egypt, Indonesia, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Mexico. That's right back. That's in your backyard.
It's a neighbor.
That's your neighbor.
Right.
Mexico, Nicaragua, Nigeria, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. Hold on. You got Saudi Arabia now. Senegal, Sudan, Syria, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Tunisia, Turkey. Wait a minute, Turkey part of NATO. Uruguay, Venezuela. Wait a minute. Venezuela oil rich. Saudi Arabia oil rich. Okay? And Zimbabwe. What I want you to do, bro, now, if y'all don't know, the biggest economy in South America is who? Who is the biggest economy in South America? Google it. Let's find out. Let's take a quick Google.
Is it the biggest economy?
Who is the biggest economy in South America? Let's find out. You're going to be surprised. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Google it. So fight it. Google it. Who is the biggest? Go ahead.
The biggest economy in South America.
You see? Who is the second biggest economy?
Mexico.
You see? The tribe, bro.
Yep.
You see? Now, Brazil is the first biggest economy in South America. Now, who they want to join? The BRICS. Mexico is the second biggest economy in South America. Who they want to join? The BRICS. And they all with joining the BRICS and accepting that currency. And the BRICS is talking about backing that currency with gold.
They're with it.
They with it. Venezuela with it. You see that?
Right. Argentina.
You see that?
All your neighbors.
It's all your neighbors in South America, man. Other side of the border. Matter of fact, read that again, bro. Second Ezra. Esau, the end of the world, Jacob, the beginning of the fall.
Just that particular scripture. Or the
God.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Man, your world is falling apart, man. And America, if y'all didn't know, y'all didn't get the memo, America is Esau Edom's stronghold on the world, man. If y'all didn't know that. America, United States of America, is Esau Edom stronghold on the world, man. You see? So, I wanted y'all to see that concerning what's going on in the news, and it's interesting.
It's good news.
It's good news. And you Israelites out there that's embracing YAHAWASHI outside and keeping considered, you should love it. You should love to hear news like that. Okay? Instead of being distracted with Joe Biden, don't know where he at. Can't get words out his mouth properly.
Falling everywhere.
Falling everywhere. And Donald Trump looking at him for hope. Cornhead. This ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Okay? No hope in this place. But you continue on your course and follow these Edomites, and the Most High got something for you. He's gonna fix you up real good. Okay? Right. Now, leaving off from that, concerning in the news, now, I got something to tell y'all concerning